Okay, let us discuss with the section B. Section B consists of 5 questions, out of which a student need to answer 3 questions. Each question carries 6 marks. Let us straight away we go with the first question. Find the arithmetic mean from the following data. So the data given in the question table is marks below 10, 20, 30 and number of students who have scored that marks. So I've converted that table in a vertical format. The first column consists of marks below. I've given that as less than. Number of students is 18, 35 and so on. So we'll try to understand what is given in the question. Marks below, it means less than 10. There are 18 students who have scored marks less than 10. Less than 20, there are 35 students who have scored marks less than 20. So we need to convert this into a class interval. Class interval, suppose if we say take 0 to 10, 0 to 10, how many students are there? 18 students are there. So the next class interval will be 10 to 20. 10 to 20, which means that I need how many students have scored more than 10 but less than 20. Okay, so in order to get that value, you have to subtract 35 with 18, the preceding row value. That is 35 minus 18, you will get 17. Similarly, the next row will be 20 to 30. In order to get the frequency value, you have to subtract 58 minus 35, you will get the value. Similarly, carry on with the procedure. So the last one will be 60 to 70 class interval. 100 minus 96 is 4. So the total of this frequency value, we call it as n. We get that as 100. Why? Because the last value of cumulative frequency is equal to the total value of frequency, or we call it as n. So this is called as cumulative frequency because as if we see the frequency values, 17 plus 18 is 35. It means that it is cumulative of all the values. Less than 20, it means 0 to 20, 35 students are there. 0 to 30, 58 students are there. 0 to 40, 73 students. So 0 to 70, how many students are there? 100 students. But when we convert this into class interval, we get based on the intervals. 0 to 10, how many are there? 18 students. 10 to 20 marks, how many students are there? 17 students. So I hope you are clear with this class interval and frequency part. We'll go to the next column, x. X is nothing but mid value of class interval 0 to 10. The mid value is 5. 0 to 10. In this class interval, the mid value is 5. Similarly, we have to plot for all the class intervals. 10 to 20, it's 15. Next is 20 to 30. Obviously, it will be 25. It goes on like that. So after getting the mid value, you need to get a value called as D, which is equivalent to x minus a whole divided by h. So what is A and what is H? We need to understand before solving the problem. A, here it is given A is 45 and H is 10. Let me explain what I mean by that. A is arbitrary value which will be taken from the X values. So X values are 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55 and 65. So I've taken 45 as the arbitrary value to solve this problem. As I said already, any value, any one value from the X can be considered as arbitrary value. So it might be 35, it might be 25, or it might be 15, or it might be 45, 55, 65. But in this problem, we have taken 45 for the calculation purpose. H is the width of class interval 0 to 10. The width is 10 values are there. 10 to 20, the width is 10. So h means width of class interval. For this question, the width is 10. So how to get this d value? D equals x. What is the x value of the first column? 5 minus a is 45. 5 minus 45 is minus 40, which is divided by h. H is 10. Minus 40 divided by 10 is minus 4. Similarly, we'll try to look on this. 15 minus 45. 15 minus 45 is minus 30 divided by 10 equals minus 3. The other row values will be similar to the previous two row values. So after doing this, the next one is FD. The last column of this problem is F frequency multiplied with D. D is nothing but deviation. So frequency multiplied with D. Frequency is 18. 18 into 4 times 54 plus 18 into minus 4 plus into minus is minus, so that's why minus 54. Similarly, 17 into 3, 31 plus into minus, minus 31. So plot all the values of FD. Once you get all the values of FD, add all the values of FD, that you get summation FD. Summation FD is the total of all the values of FD. Here, when you are adding FD values, you should be very careful. You should be very careful whether FD values have a positive signs or negative signs. When you have negative and positive signs, you have to subtract with the positive values from the negative values. So you have to use your basic mathematics there to get the total values of FD. Once you get the total values of FD, apply in the formula given here. Arithmetic mean equals A plus H into summation FD divided by capital N, where A equals 45, H is 10, summation FD is the total value of this FD divided by N. N is 100. Okay, I hope you got the answer. So once after applying, simplify this part first, and once after simplifying this part, add this value with A. Keep A always separate. Simplify this H into summation FD divided by N. After simplifying this, the simplified value should be added with A. You will get arithmetic mean. I hope you understood with the concept. Once again, a repetition. Once again, I want to make it very clear that when you are adding FD, you should be very careful. So, for example, minus 3 plus 3 equals 0. So, minus 54 and minus 31, this will get added up, but it will be in the minus sign. So, similarly, plus 54 and plus 50 plus 100, this will be added. Plus 54 plus 50 plus 100, it will be 204. 204 should be subtracted with 31 and 54. It means that 204 minus 31 minus 54, that will be your final value. So you should be very careful in getting this FD value because of the negative and positive signs. I hope you are clear with this answer.